Today we are going to see about laws of motion. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the force and the rest and the motion and the inertia. Human beings are very curious about things around them. Things around us are related to one another. Some bodies are at rest and some are in motion. Rest and motion are interrelated terms. One answer for all the above question is force. In a common man's understanding of motion, a body needs a push or pull to move or to bring to rest or to change its velocity. Hence, this pull or push is called a force. Let us define it now, the force in a more scientific manner using the three laws which was proposed by the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton. Newton formulated his three laws of motion. Mechanics. Mechanics is a branch of science that deals with the effect of force on bodies. It is subdivided into two branches, statics and dynamics. Statics deal with the bodies which are at rest under the action of forces. Dynamics is the study of moving bodies under the action of forces. Now the dynamics is further divided into two as follows: kinematics, kinetics. Kinetics deal with the motion of bodies without the cause of motion. Kinetics deals with the motion of bodies considering the cause of motion. Now we see about the force and the motion, and it was derived by the scientist named as Aristotle, a great philosopher. He stated that a moving body naturally comes to rest without any external influence of the force. Such motions are dependent or natural motion, and if it behave contrary to their own natural state means he called that motion as violent motion and force dependent. Further, he derived that two different mass bodies are also dropped from certain height means the heavier body falls faster than the lighter one. Next, after him, there was a scientist who also proposed the same laws of motion, named by Galileo. The natural state of all earthly bodies is either the state of rest or the state of uniform motion. A body in motion will continue to be in the state of motion as long as no external force is applied. So this was explained by these two scientists, and there is a comparison between the Greek Aristotle and Galileo. And finally, Newton formulated this in the form of force and the law, formulating with the help of inertia. What is this inertia? Have you heard about it? So let us learn about this also. While you are traveling in a bus or in a car, when a sudden brake is applied, the upper part of your body leans in the forward direction. Similarly, when the vehicle suddenly is moved forward from the rest, you lean backward. This is due to any body like to continue to be in the state of rest or in the state of motion. This is said to be inertia. And this inertia consists of three types. What are they? Let us see about that. Inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. This will be changing according to different places. For example, an athlete runs some distance before jumping. This will help him to jump longer and higher. This is said to be inertia of motion. When you make a sharp turn while driving a car, you tend to lean sideways. This leads to inertia of direction. Next, when you vigorously shake the branches of the tree, some of the leaves and fruits are detached and they fall down. This leads to inertia of rest. I hope that you will be able to understand with this example what is inertia and what are the different types of inertia and how it helps to applicable in different places. Next we will see about linear momentum. What is mean by linear momentum? We might have come across this word in our previous classes. What is mean by linear momentum? Linear momentum is the impact of a force, meaning the impact of a force. So the force is impacting at different places. The linear momentum is now defined as the product of the mass and velocity of a moving body gives the magnitude of linear momentum. It acts in the direction of the velocity of the object. Linear momentum is defined as mass into velocity. We will give the letter for linear momentum as P and mass as m and velocity as v. And we can derive the unit also from this. So P is equal to mass into velocity. Mass is measured in distance and velocity is measured in seconds. So mass in kilogram meter per second. So the SI unit of linear momentum is kilogram meter per second.